on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast.
Stop that immediately. It was crazy. Well, we are back, man. We are back. We are back in the building. Shout out to Mojito making his appearance. If you're looking at the show for the very first time, I would like to introduce ourselves. I'd like to reintroduce myself. My name is Priest. How y'all doing, man? Welcome to the Killah Priest Podcraft. I'm your host, Killah Priest, the Iron Sheik from the Middle East. I'm almost there, so prepare, say peace. And to my left, we got a returning guest. Y'all know it. Man, you know what I mean? King, queen, she always on the scene. She doing her Elohim, code 17. Yeah.
Hello, nice to be back.
And none other, running the rocket is none other than AD, A-Dizzle.
Yeah, what's cracking?
We just here a little bit. You know what I mean? No, here's the riddle. That'll make everything rhyme for your mind. Last time AD was on here, it was crazy. Everything in my algorithm was going in. When you start talking about stuff, the algorithm catches it right away. Right away. Everything. I got so much stuff on cats. Just kept coming. Cats.
Our phones are spying on it. Yes, our phones are spying on it.
I believe so. I believe so. Hold up, I'll give you a bomb for that. I do.
Everything.
Is there proof that they come out with it, or I know with the camera, right?
There's actually what I said. There's been certain advertisement companies or marketing companies stuff, and I know some filmmakers. Actually, Bruce Riley talked about a company that he knows to promote his first movie that utilize, it's pretty much a spyware, but from your apps, like they're collecting data from you. Have your microphone, whatever, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of that, Twitter. If you don't like consciously go in there and turn it off, it's just collecting data from you. And there are other ways that
Keywords.
Yeah, keywords and stuff, but they just collect data. They just kind of know.
They are watching.
You're into.
Watch it. Yo, look. Yo, all that stuff is true. It takes us back to the movie I was talking about. They Live. They are watching it everywhere. So it's like real. Things are changing. If you saw They Live. I
did. They Live. That was very.
Yeah. That was your first. Tell us about what you think of it.
I mean, when was it released?
80s.
Was that the 80s or was it the 90s?
What was it?
I think it was the 80s.
I mean, it was very.
If it was the 80s,
that
early.
kind of, yeah.
It was the 80s.
1988.
Yeah,
1988. Okay, it seemed like 88.
Really great. That came just.
I mean, just exploring that whole like Big Brother, is watching, type thing, you know. And I think it's interesting if you even think back to like going back to like Twilight stuff. It's interesting that certain filmmakers have always just been kind of.
Hold up, let's give a bomb for Twilight Zone. You already know the Zone is in the building. Yeah. Anytime you say anything about the Zone, you're gonna trust me.
But just exploring.
Rod Sterling. There's some stuff on it. Go ahead.
Just exploring those type of topics, and you know.
Yeah.
What is it like the overall system, what their plan is for us, and how do we fit into it? Exactly.
For that movie, before The Matrix, it told me everything I need to know. But the most shocking part of it, and was when the black guy started fighting Rodney Piper. Because he didn't want to try on the glasses. He just wanted his job. I want my job. It's my job to do this. And they were rolling on the floor. He would fight. And they fought a very long time for him just to give him the information. Just look. Just look. But, you know, in typical our people fashion,
I don't even think it's our people fashion. I think if you look at it, there's a overarching message in that certain people, like, they choose to be blind. You know what I'm saying? They choose to not see anything because there's comfort in that. Because I think with that guy, it was kind of like he was scared to see what he was gonna find when he put on those glasses, because you feel helpless. Like, what can I do? You know, like, once you put on those glasses and you see, like, wait a minute, like, everything that I knew is not that, and I don't even understand it. You know, so it's just kind of like, it probably was a sense of helplessness. Right. Because even like right now, if we were, you know, like if someone said, put on these glasses,
right?
You know, and like, but they told you, like, no, like, when you put on these glasses, like, the world that you know will not exist anymore, just because mentally you just have this whole different consciousness. And it may seem like you would be brave enough to do it, but then you have to think like, okay, so now I see, now what?
Right.
Like, what can I do?
But that's happening in so many other ways. Putting on the glasses is like subliminal. You know what I mean? Taking it like, you had brothers, going all the way back to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. And you can just take the typical, look at what's around you different. Awaken us, Elijah Muhammad, waking us to just different little things, like spots here and there, and there, and there, and there. And, you know, I see what you're saying. But now, what's deep now is that they didn't have cell phones. They didn't have these.
Yeah.
They had, this is so much power. We was talking about, like, this is like the magic window, the Black Mirror. They got a special called Black Mirror too. Black Mirror. Hold on.
This show, have you ever watched it?
I need to watch that. I heard that's Twilight Zone 2.
Somewhat, yeah. I guess you could say that.
All right, Code 17. Give me your favorite. Give me a good episode that goes about what we're talking about right now. That I can, because so many people told. Shout out to Planet Asia. He the first one. He said, "Yo, go check out Black Mirror." I haven't had the time.
I mean, it's so deep. I would say I haven't caught the last season. I don't know. I just haven't been in the mind state to see it. But definitely the first 3 or 4 seasons. I mean, probably my favorite, and I think probably one of the crowd favorites, are Jupiter's. It's something in the title, Jupiter, but it was very retro to
Somebody said,
the 80s.
Sorry to cut your wisdom. Somebody said Ouija phone.
What's it?
Ouija phone. That's a dope name, brother. Phil Joyce. Shout out to you, my brother.
What is that? His own phone?
No, I thought that was an episode.
What's that?
Oh, happy
Ouija
birthday
phone.
to Crip Jesus too. Shout out. Happy born day. I'll wait till AD come back. We sing it.
Tell you the San Juniper Pero. That what it is? San Junipero.
Does it sound like juniper tree? The juniper sound like Jupiter.
It does. I'm probably not pronouncing it. That one was very interesting. But I mean, you gotta go. There was this other one. I don't know what it was, but it was kind of sadistic. It was like because I think the first seasons. I don't know if the later seasons are based in the UK, but there was this
movies.
Yeah, but there was this one episode that was kind of based on a politician, and all I gotta say is a politician and a pig is something involved. Those
Politician
two.
and a pig
and live television, and it was like, what? Like, yeah, it was definitely. I would definitely recommend checking out Black Mirror.
Word. I'm going to take the time out. This is going to be my movie month. My movie month is always during the holidays, because I want to kind of like hypnotize myself and get into another world while everybody, doing their thing. Festive. I like to get into the movies because for some reason why, I don't know if it's the atmosphere, but I get a little, like, I think this is the reason why they have holiday movies. get more into the movie. For some reason, everyone is cheered, but there's energy around. When I watch movies around these holiday festive, I get more out of it. Like I never seen
Really?
anime. I don't care what it is. Cartoon. I could watch a cartoon, and if it's like Thanksgiving and somewhere near there, you just be like locked in. Like, shoot. You know, the family gathers around weird and start breaking stuff down. Like, oh, you know who playing in that? For some reason, brings everybody to the tube.
Do you think it's because maybe it's getting close to the end of the year? So I think that's the time when a lot of people get more retrospective. You know, because that's when you start thinking about what did I do? You know, what did I accomplish this year? And you start maybe looking for symbols in the stuff that you're watching.
Pretty much so. Man, that could be it. Could be like the end of era. Yeah, it could get a small point in the sense of dying and resurrecting. You know what I'm saying? Like the new year is going, so everything's happening different. You know, it's supposed to be springtime, but still, it's invoking some type of feeling. Yeah, you're right about that.
And then even if you're into the holiday movies, you know, they're usually very I don't know, what do you call it? Family oriented or uplifting. You know, they give you that type of energy. It can be cheesy, but you know, they have that kind of message.
Oh my God, yeah, those
message.
started with talking about Tyler Perry movies you could predict. No, that
I don't think
throws
Tyler
off,
Perry does makes Christmas movies yet. He does those type of movies all year round. I don't know if he's got into that foray, but it's like Hallmark, the Hallmark Channel, Lifetime Channel.
Okay,
those are the ones that churn out the Christmas around this time.
Well, women, see, I like that because you know, like the Hallmark channels. I like to get into that, and I'm starting to grow my movie catalog. You know, as you know, I told AD and I told a lot of people at the craft that I've never seen a lot of movies that everybody's seen.
Yeah.
Never saw the Goonies. Never saw Porky's. Everybody go see the E.T. Never phoned home once. I never saw those movies like E.T. Phone Home. Everybody never saw Star Wars. Man, I could battle anybody. This is a long list.
Now, how did you miss E.T.? Like, because for Star Wars, I think just my age, I was a little too young. Well, I don't think I was alive when the first one came out. But I was definitely alive when the second one came out. But it just didn't. I wasn't into sci-fi. To me, just I wasn't into sci-fi. But I feel like E.T. certain things like that was just kind of like a cultural phenomenon. Like, how did you just not? It was just like I'm just not interested.
It was just I don't know. I just never get like my friends are. We went. I just don't. I don't get it. I was almost like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I just never was a part of those games. And then it gets bored to me quick, and then it plays out. So it's like I hear a couple of people talking about it, and I put it in my mind that, maybe I should go see that movie. And, even with anime, I used to be up on point, but now Solo and my other son, they just surpassed me. And they're just like, yo, you got to see this art. You know what I mean? The anime, they just killing it. So it's like a lot I didn't see of those, and I start catching up on it. But I don't know where I'm at, how I got there, or
you may not have had parents who use the movie theater as a babysitter.
Definitely.
Because I definitely did.
Oh, that's a luxury.
Like on Sundays, especially like after church, it would be times my mom didn't even go to church, but make sure we went to church, and then oftentimes for a treat, drop us off at the movie.
Right.
Or like when my parents separated.
Oh my God!
But my dad had custody of us. That was his thing. There was a dollar movie. You could see double feature for $1. So it was like the older run. And if you go there, it's like It was nothing, but it was a zoo of just kids. People just would drop their kids off there, and they would just be there all day long. You know, for $1, get your kid up into the movie theater, see 2 movies, and of course you stay more than 2, running around at the arcade, acting a fool. But I think that's a way that we saw a lot of movies.
Hold up. Michael Jackson, Disneyland. Hold up. We're in the popcorn, a movie theater full of kids during school time. Yeah, I was living
it wasn't
it up.
during school. It was. I was thinking summertime, definitely. Like summertime, it was lit. And then,
What?
definitely a week like Friday. Get out of here.
Yeah, parents. I wish I had parents like that. Drop you off at the movie theater like that's.
Anybody from Pasadena? Y'all remember Academy 6?
Yeah.
Like it was cracking. But as a teenager, even a preteen teenager, like that was cracking. You know, all the dudes, all the girls that me. You barely. I was a nerd. I would actually sit there and watch the films, but no.
Man,
sometimes the theaters would be so empty because it would just be kids running up and down the hallway in the arcade, just being crazy. I would never have
what,
wanted
in
to
the
work
madhouse. That's
It's a madhouse.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is so. I'm starting to think like I started thinking of Fugees. What was that? When they was all in the movie theater.
Oh
I think,
yeah, it was Killing Me Softly.
Killing Me Softly. Yeah, and just all that fun throwing stuff around. I never caught nothing like that. Michael Jackson with Thriller when they was in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Doom, 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 doom.
Yeah.
It's just that type of vibe, and it's like, wait a minute. Y'all parents took y'all was doing it up in LA, man, and on the West Coast, period, because I just see Jodeci. I said Jodeci. Jody Southworth said her family used to drop her off at the theater all day too. What? And then fun is going on here, yo.
And then don't let us talk about the drive-in movie theater. Y'all didn't have drive-ins theaters on the East Coast. You remember Poetic Justice when Q-Tip's character, he was dating Janet Jackson?
Yeah.
Remember? And they was at the drive-in theater.
Didn't see the movie. I must come out the closet. Keep it in the closet.
You ain't seen Poetic Justice?
I don't see movies. But give me this scene.
I don't know.
Because I can see it in my mind. Don't go ahead, just for some reason.
Can't believe that is so. That's one of the most iconic like scenes from a movie. It really is. Like, you know, there are certain like deaths.
I didn't see Jukes, yo.
I
didn't see Jukes.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't see Jukes.
Where your wallet at?
I can go there.
Where your wallet at? Where your wallet at?
In my front pocket.
Take it out. Put it right here. Okay, now hand me your black card. Cause you ain't seen Juice or Poetic Justice. I don't know if I can look at you the same. How you ain't seen Juice? Especially, and those are like classic movies featuring hip hop artists.
I'm that dude. That dude.
Like Poetic Justice had Q-Tip and Tupac, and then Juice had Tupac. But anyway, I would say like so.
The Juice. I saw the videos. I had enough to go around, but the place took somewhere uptown.
I think there is a video that came from this that was on that soundtrack that maybe had a scene.
We're not gonna break. We're gonna. I know Naughty by Nature and Rock Him. That's all I know about that movie. Juice.
Yeah, that was one of I love that soundtrack.
Yeah, I didn't see it, man. I didn't see it.
There's a classic scene where Q-Tip he's dating
Janet Jackson.
He's dating Janet Jackson. And they go on a date to the movie theater, and so movie theater you could drive. It was a huge screen, and then you could drive your car up, and they had these speakers, so you would like park next to a speaker and like put your speaker looked like a parking meter, so you would hook the speaker up to your window in your car, so you could like hear the sound.
What?
Yeah, and then you just sit in your car and you're like looking at the movie, and like we would just like for FYI.
Your parents just left y'all in there?
No, so your parents had to drive you. No, so you go, so but like, so we was kind of ghetto. So we would hide because you had to. How they would charge to get up in there is they charge per person. Mm-hmm. I think some of them would charge a fee per car, but some of them would charge per person in the car. So like we would hide. Some of us would have to sit on the floor.
Yeah.
Put a cover over us and hide. So like they didn't have to pay for like all of us. So it was like a cheaper way for you, like your whole. If you got a big family, go to the movie theater. Yeah. But anyways, Q-Tip, he
I've been living my life.
it was fun.
Life,
Who was that hating? Poetic Justice wasn't all that good.
Yeah, it's not a movie I'll go see.
It was good.
Because the word poetic and justice.
No.
You know you're gonna get some.
It was one of the
walking down the street.
No, it was one
was
of
the poets.
The John Singleton, late great John Singleton.
Yeah.
Mess.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
I mean, it wasn't Boys in the Hood, obviously, like, you know. But I mean, it was cool. It was decent. Like, yeah.
I didn't see that.
You should have saw it.
I didn't see Boys in the Hood. But let me get my get back. I did.
What did you see?
No, I saw things later on in life. So I did see Minister Society. I saw Minister Society. I'm talking about in the movie theaters, paying your money, going to sit there, going to a real theater. Like
so I feel like Minister Society tried to overcompensate for Boys in the Hood. They tried to out Boys in the Hood, which some people like it, but it was just doing a little bit too much to overcompensate. Especially like if you want a real movie from real LA natives, I would always pick Boys in the Hood. Because I've seen this debate now all of a sudden. But I would always pick Boys in the Hood over Minister Society. Although Minister Society, it was ill. Yeah. But I wouldn't put it like
Old Dog
created.
What you say about my mama?
It's not over. Wouldn't rank over.
I saw what's my man? Why the Fools Fall in Love?
Okay.
I saw that one.
Oh, so you're a Lorenz Tate fan now?
Oh no.
Minister Society.
I was in there with my you know what I mean. I went to
date.
I was on my date with my son moms. We went up there. You know, you got to go do that. So we up there watching it. It was kind of cool. Like some like date night movies. I had a bad experience, very bad. I went to see Sixth Sense, and yeah, the girl. Shout out to you. I mean, this is. I gotta do this. We was tight, man. It was tight. Both Leos. We sitting up. She talked the entire time, right? So and I'm talking about. What was that part? What was happening right there? I'm talking about it was. And
that's not the movie to be doing that.
Corrupt, nah. I'm talking about the whole time. And we had to leave. It's like, we got. And then somebody told me on the street that what had happened in the movie. It was like, yo, you didn't know we couldn't finish watching it because she kept on, asking me every second. Yeah. And I was like, yo, you never went to a movie before. What was that part? And she was a cop, yo, like a correction officer. So like, what the hell's going on here, yo? So what happened to that? And she was like, ooh, yeah, it's...
There are nothing
I won't say her name. She knows she...
That requires a ooh.
That was crazy. Yeah. Once you in the movie, you start screaming, ooh. Yo, every minute, yo, I was like, yo, crazy, man, crazy. But that was my destruction of, I didn't get that. That was my... Because I really wanted to see Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
It got thrown in the garbage.
That was great.
Let's go see that movie.
I actually don't know if I saw Sixth Sense in the theater. I might have saw it like on DVD. What happened?
Shout out to Ben Frank. No, I'm thinking about it. That was hilarious, yo. I never went to the movies with nobody. Who does that? I mean, every scene, what's happening now? And it was crazy. It's like, what's happening now? I was like, yo.
No, I am
watching it like me.
I am the shusher at a movie theater. Like I've literally had to like, excuse me. Like I'm that lady. Excuse me. Like, got that to me. I'm like, hello. Like I'm
turned around and see. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was like, I remember what.
Go ahead.
This one time I went to the movie theater with my dad. Like he's not a movie like theater type person.
That's props.
But,
Hold on. That's big right there. I never heard nobody in my life say that. That was the movie about that.
And it was this guy who was like eating popcorn so loud, like he was just like hacking.
Go ahead.
And like, and so my dad, like he's kind of vision impaired as well. So he can't see like what eyes. But anyway, like, so this dude is just like smack, and I'm like, oh, like this is so distracting. So I'm like, Dad, you hear that?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, is this food? I thought that was coming from the screen.
Loud smacking with popcorn.
He thought it was so loud. He thought it was coming from like the the movie.
So he must have been one of those tubs.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But my dad, cause he's like he's a still talk from like the 70s. So I remember, and the dude who was he was like an older black man too. So like I remember it was like them two.
Hold on, give me the year. Give me the year. Because the years around
this. I think it was like it must. I don't think it was either late 90s or early 2000s.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, early 2000s. Yeah. No why. It's just this is the hard rock era. Still, and you still got your 70 cats rolling around. They still gonna move. I ain't got you back.
And it was just like it was so funny because they was both pretty much cussing each other out, but like in jive talk. Like my dad was like, "Sucker, like what's wrong with you?" And he was like, "What?" Like, and kept on like smacking.
Sucker.
We got it moved, but it was just like so chaotic and ridiculous.
Wait. Yo, oh man, sucker.
But no, like
sucker. Go ahead. Yeah.
But no, I just call it like that's like one of my like pet peeves. You talking crap. Yes, New Jersey Drive.
Nope, never
that's
seen it. Shout out to Solar Facts in the building. And my man Ben Frank's coming in the building, yo. Ceaseless, put that 111 up there, man. Thank you, man, so much for turning it gold. You are bold, and you giving the game that's been sold coming right back to you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you.
Yes, you know, New Jersey Drive, though, it gets left out in, like, when we talk about the kind of classic hood movies.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you never, there aren't too many, I feel like, movies that are, that focus on, or that are, like, take place in New Jersey.
Sorry, y'all. My vision, I see too much. Go ahead. Yo, sucker.
But, yeah.
What you talking about? Yeah, because I know.
But you know, like, older men, black men, when they get down.
Yeah. It's real.
Yeah.
I got a couple of uncles, man. They be off the hook. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Popcorn smack go.
Yeah,
no,
I'm just looking at the
Oh, shout out
the
to
soundtrack. I don't remember the soundtrack. I gotta go back and research that. To Jersey Drive.
Oh yeah,
New
Brick
Jersey.
City. Then you had your hood.
Clerks. Yes, that was classic. Love Clerks. That was kind of monumental at the time that it was released because it was an independent film.
What? Clerks? What is that about?
It was like an independent film. I think it was released in like 90, like late, like mid 90s, like maybe 95, 96.
Put that on my list.
And you'll like it.
No.
You'll like it. So it was an indie. So literally the guys who were who starred in it, you've probably seen them. I think it's like Jay. What are they? Somebody in the chat. It was like Jay and Bob or something, but they were pretty much two clerks kind of working at like a 7-Eleven. And it was just kind of like the day of, but I think it was made for like $100,000 at the time.
Solar said it was shout out to Solar. Solar Facts said movie was actually shot in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, really? Okay. But yeah, it was kind of that. It was kind of a beginning of a kind of film renaissance, I think. Like. Yeah. To kind of bring in like the new age. Silent Bob. Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob. This is really good. Cult classic. Yeah. I think you would like it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Jay and Silent Bob, nah, man. Come on. That's a movie?
No, that's
Clockers,
Clerks. They're from Clerks. Those are the two characters from there.
Yeah, see, I told you those are movies that I think I'm supposed to have seen. For some reason, New Jersey Drive, no Clockers. That's good. That's a good 90, early 90s. But the top would be what Juice.
That was like Spike. That was like Spike. Clockers was like Spike Lee's kind of like answer to Menace to Society and Boys in the Hood. He felt like, okay, let me do a hood.
Okay,
It was cool. It was cool. It had like I think like Mekhi Phifer in it.
Okay, I saw a couple of Spikes here. We'll get a couple of Spikes movies I've seen. Never seen Do the Right Thing or She Gotta Have It. I always thought that was poor. Why would you put out a movie like that and you coming from the town?
You gotta see Do the Right Thing. She's gotta have it. It was cool. I
she
watch
gotta
all.
have what? What she gotta have? Like, see, that's putting thoughts in my head. Like, yo, what you doing, bro? I mean, you got the world on your shoulder, and then you want to set it off in the early 80s or 90s. As saying she got to have what? That's causing tension amongst her brothers and the sisters. I thought that was, and at that time was very militant mind. Like, why she got to have what?
Well, I think
Spike.
Well, because I don't know if that what he was trying to, and because he writes a lot of his films from personal experience. So what I got from it was that he was writing about this woman who was very like sexually liberated. I don't think she was promiscuous. She had a couple dudes. I think she only had like 2 dudes in the film. It was between him and some other dork.
I would think, like,
but
I'm telling you, for a brother to first come out, I don't know if that was his first movie.
Maybe,
I just feel like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, I guess we was all wild right there, but you have, you come out with the Malcolm X next, and then you got a little educated. But I'm thinking, oh, what is that about? Nah, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
But I did go see my man with Gator, but then I saw the pattern. I saw Spike kept doing this thing.
What was that with Gator?
Yeah. The white woman was the
was it Jungle Fever.
Jungle Fever.
Okay.
I saw Jungle Fever. I saw.
Did you see More Better Blues?
More Better Blues. Yep.
That one is better.
I was dressed. Remember back that time, he was all you like smoothed out on the on the R&B tip. Shout out to my man Full Moon. That was kind of like cool because Guru was coming out with the jazz, and it was like jazz. Like, damn, I was always thinking I'm gonna see some type of hip hop. And I was trying to support. Just certain movies I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna try my best. You can get me. You know what I'm saying? At this time, I'm rolling with my man Moon. We saw a lot of a lot of bad movies out there. And we was catching bad ones when we tried to watch the flicks, kung fu flicks. So we watched a lot of the kung fu movies out there, but I could not catch a regular movie. I guess I was probably locked up in kung fu movies so much that it was consuming me. You know what I'm saying? Come on, it was 7 Grandmasters. I don't know if y'all was showing that out here, but 42nd Street back in the days used to have rows and rows of movies that would show nothing but kung fu flicks. And they were like, yo, let's go to the Dukes, catch a flick. And that was it. The kung fu flick, you take pictures and stuff. So we would go see just movies like that.
My dad was in, like back in the day when you had that big one TV for the house. So it was kind of like when he had control of the TV, like, whoever had control of the TV, you just got to sit there and watch. But he would watch Kung Fu a lot. He liked to watch Westerns. And Benny Hill, like, late night. Remember that?
Yeah.
You know who Benny Hill is?
Yeah. That was like soft porn.
So I remember him watching that, and then he would watch like baseball, like sports and stuff. But it was like when he had the TV, it Kung Fu. But I remember as a kid thinking like, oh, that's boy stuff. I don't watch Kung Fu.
Got in real life though. That's a real dad right there. I gotta give you props again. One big TV sitting there watching. Sports, yeah, that's real. That's real. That's love, man. Yeah, man. It's so my movie thing didn't go so well. But then you say, how do you? Probably my imagination. I did see certain movies. Like I did see. I had to go see the 12 Monkeys. Those are the things. When I got a little older, I went to go see the movies that would kind of like get my mind going. You know what I'm saying? I would like. Because that was like 1999, so the world was about to change. was a turning of the age, and I was
Yeah.
checking out those movies. But then I caught a little slew on what to do. So I watch old school movies now, like really old. Like I'm in 1970. Shout out to my man, R.A. Rocket Man. He knows about like 70 movies and not just blaxploitation either. Some of them be bad. Shout out to Solo Jim, ain't in there? Shout out to Solo Jim. Solo Jim's is working right now. He's doing his thing, man.
R.A. That's gonna be. He's really film. So something he's working on. That's gonna be interesting.
Yes. If y'all don't know, I won't blow you up though. But she's a writer herself. A dope, ill writer. Yo, Babylon. That was crazy. Shout out to Sophia, but everybody when I run into great minds that can write, because I got a chance. Now, like, I don't know if everybody knew about this, but me and Sophia Stewart, I went out to Vegas to meet her, like really sit down. She told me she in a matter of seconds, I said, you got to put that on film. She just told me, and a lot of people say she didn't make The Matrix and stuff like that, but she's the mother of The Matrix. But when I heard her Sapphire, just like with yours, I was like, you got to put that in the movie. And she was just running off the ideas of Sapphire movies. You spoke to her? Yeah, Sophia Stewart. So she was just running off ideas and was getting a synopsis, the end of it, right there, no lie. I said, yo, I did not know, and a lot of people don't really know her mind can go there. She told me a movie in a split second. I was like, yo, that's incredible. She's like, yeah. It's crazy. I got pictures to prove, too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the great Sophia Stewart. We'll have her back up there, but she could really write. And she told me a movie that wasn't The Matrix. Or tied to The Matrix. Just like with the one you told me within that spare moment. I was like, whoa.
Women, like, I'm starting to get
Shakespeare. Yeah, go ahead. Talk.
No, I'm starting to get inspired by women like Sophia, especially Black women who are into sci-fi and stuff. Within the past few years, I started to really research Octavia Butler, just because people have Hollywood has got kind of discovered her and have been producing works based on her books now. But
say the name again, nice and slow, so we can all get it. Because when you name drop like that, it's like, wait a minute, hold on. So,
Octavia.
Man, okay, drum roll. Who is she?
She was an author with us, but she was a African American sci-fi writer. Actually, fascinating. Local.
Where you from?
But yeah, and so it's made me start to like want to see if I can delve into that like genre of writing. It requires I think an extra level of creativity, which I'm just very interested to explore, because my background is more dramedy, so like kind of comedy mixed with drama. But yeah, like I'm like really now and delving into horror, sci-fi, thriller
stuff. One on another.
So.
He turned green for the machine. We are your team now, the Elohim. Shout out to Ceaseless 111. We just begun. We shining bright as the sun. And hold up. Is it because you just said something crazy? How do you find that? Because I've heard her ideas. In just a matter of a second, I would never. But it's how do you find that place to write like that? You know what I'm saying? Just like, because horror is hard. Is it harder to write horror?
I think so, because you have to have a right amount of balance of storytelling, but then also now know how to introduce suspense, like continuous, and like that's a very specific, way of writing. Then you also have to like tap into, which I'm trying to do, is tap into what is scary, like what makes you scared, what makes you fearful, because that's why there are so many different type of genre of horror, and so you just, to me, like as a writer, I'm trying to like, still figure out like where, I fit. Like I'm not slasher films, those aren't scary to me. Like they're gory, but I don't consider them scary, but some people do. I'm more like paranormal films. I don't even know if I find it scary, but those are just intriguing. So like the horror, so I love like the whole Conjuring universe of films.
That's a scary one.
Yeah. Poltergeist, anything based on like a Stephen King film, that's more my jam. But again, they're different, there's some people are, they're scared by, the werewolf stuff and vampires and that sort of thing.
More sexy.
Yeah, exactly.
Vampire, he be pulling chicks and stuff like that. And
which is why Hollywood likes those type of films. They're sexy.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
You can get sexy people into them. And, they have a lure about them. The whole like getting biting on the neck.
Yeah.
And,
wow. Let's go.
That whole.
Yeah, let's go. She breaking it.
Those.
No, that's right. And they be having fly names like Lestat. They be like during the medieval and drinking tea and you drink this and then now they blood sucking you. And a lot of that stuff, that mystique, like you said, Hollywood like that because it's doing something. Like something happened around that period. You know what I'm saying? The Dark Ages, blood sucking, vampires. You know what I'm saying? I heard, and then you notice, I heard garlic. Go a little deeper, a little bit. So I heard, garlic was like the cure what they found back then. Shout out, don't disrespect me because, you know what I mean? Dr. Sebi, Dr. Sebi said no, but back then in the medieval period, they said that garlic was a cure. Okay. So garlic was to fight off the werewolf. What was it? Who was
Vampire.
Vampire. Notice when you pull up garlic, it was to fight off the plague, and I think the vampire was like playing a plague part. It's just like looking at a bigger part, like you said. And so the garlic, and I think the silver bullet. Something about silver bullet. Oh, matter of fact, the vampire was also scared of the cross.
Yeah.
So the Christian and the cross would make up.
So dumb.
Yeah, but I'm just saying this is back in the medieval period.
Yeah, it's all mythology and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean, you want to change history?
Why is dumb? You don't think a cross could fight off the vampire?
No, because the cross is based off a pagan adaptation of the cross of the zodiac. That's all it is. So for someone to be scared of a shape, it's silly.
Okay, but what is its meaning within the pagan zodiac?
All it is, the cross is just the zodiac. You look at the two lines, and that's the spring, summer, fall, winter. Boom, done. That's all it is. But then the Christians adapted it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Show us that.
Easy. Come on now.
Because you're talking about medieval, and I want to see it in the medieval period, and that's why they made the vampire.
That's like myth lore. Do you know what I mean? Like
so
that's all Hollywood. It's the same type of Hollywood.
But that's what she said.
Yeah. So she's right. I'm agreeing with her.
First battle right now is going down.
Not even a battle. Not even a battle. This is basic elementary zeitgeist.
Yeah. Oh, somebody said peep zeitgeist. Yep. Blackula, Colada Silva. Come on, let's go.
You know what? I actually had a conversation. I got into this conversation with oh yeah. There's no.
I got it right here.
Oh.
Well, first of all, I mean, these are the basics. Y'all should already know this. Got the
figurative life of the sun. This was not just an artistic expression or tool to track the sun's movement. It was also a pagan spiritual symbol, the shorthand of which looked like this. This is not a symbol of Christianity. It is a pagan adaptation of the cross of the zodiac.
Yeah. But where's that with the vampire?
Well, but he's not a Christian, so how can he tell Christians what's their symbol?
I mean that's what Christians got it from.
Well, you know the word. You know the word. Don't cross me, right? And then there's a double cross.
There's a double cross, and you see a lot of double cross in logos.
Yeah.
So if you look at the Exxon logo, it's a double cross. Double cross is everywhere.
Well, we know the swastika, you did stuff in different.
Swastika, very good. That's a good point.
In different cultures.
The swastika is also the cross because that's also showing spring, summer, fall, and winter. And
talking about vampires, I said.
I know we can go back to the vampires, but I'm just showing how correct she is. That's also the Big Dipper. If you look at the Big Dipper on all 4 seasons, it's basically the swastika, which is just spring, summer, fall, winter. It's the 4 Gospels. It's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Spring, summer, fall, winter. Boom, 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 boom. I could go deeper. It's also
we're gonna give you a time.
It's also Horus, Ra, Set, and Osiris.
Hey, all right, but AD,
it all comes from Egypt.
Medieval.
We're going back to vampires. Yeah, I mean, vampire lord. You know what I mean? They're gonna.
I'll give you this.
Oh wait, he brought up Blackula.
I didn't bring up Mummy yet, and because I'll give you that. I'll give you that. So I didn't talk about the beast. I mean the scary one that was the Mummy. You know what I'm saying? Or the vampire that was in the Queen of Damn. That was a little.
Oof.
You know what I mean? I'll give you that. And so if you go into the Queen of Damn, she was dealing with Osiris and the Set. She was gotta go. That's a movie I did see.
Okay,
that's a movie, yo. I had to go see Aaliyah.
Are you read the book? I have a friend who was like a fan of. I haven't read them, but I had a fan who's I had a friend who was very into the Anne Rice.
Now you killing me with that because I saw the movie though.
The books have a deeper meaning.
Movie to go see.
People who read like her books, like they you got to see the books to read it.
Yeah, so I'll give AD that. So yeah, Blade. If you want to deal,
Blade was fire.
We didn't get into the Mummy.
Vampire from Brooklyn. Yeah. I just watched it the other day. Well, I like that. Yeah, it was kind of cheesy, a little ridiculous.
You talking about what's my man name? From,
Eddie
Wesley Snipes.
Nah. You said Vampire from Brooklyn.
Vampire from Brooklyn.
That's the first one. The first one is my man from Ashford and Simpson.
He looked like her.
He do. Pull up Ashford. Yo. When I was like, well, is Eddie trying to be
yeah.
Remember, it's a scene in there where John Witherspoon with Eddie Murphy come out the apartment. He was like, I used to look like that. It's 77.
Yeah, exactly.
I should have watched this on Halloween.
It's one of those just fun, cheesy, ridiculous movies to watch.
Eddie Murphy's a genius.
Mm-hmm. I think something told me, I just wanted to watch. I got motivated to watch it because I learned that the stunt woman passed away during the filming of this film.
Damn,
I don't know. It's like, wow.
Did she pass from doing a scene or just like in general?
For a scene, so she's a stunt woman for Angela Bassett, and apparently they had I think she was doing some type of a jump, and they had something for her to land on. So they did the first jump fine, and then someone on the crew suggested that they move the stunt thing that she was whatever it was, that the cushion, so they moved it, and when she did the jump that time, she bounced off of it and slammed into a wall and died instantly.
Damn.
What?
The stunt woman for Angela Bassett in this film, she died while doing stunt.
She jumped off of what? What was she playing? Hold on.
So Angela Bassett in here, no, she's the love interest of Eddie Murphy. He's looking for his mate, and so he turns her into a vampire by biting her. And she also plays a cop in the film. So it's one of the scenes I don't even imagine which scene they were shooting, but she does she runs in the film and does some like stunts and stuff. So one of the stunts was the stunt woman had to jump, and usually like when you're jumping, fall on something. So it was something like bouncy that she had to fall on. And so she did the first jump and it was fine, but you know how they want to you got to film it from different angles and stuff. And so one of the crew, they moved the thing that she was jumping on. And when they moved it, the angle that she jumped off of it and bounced into the wall and got killed on set. And they said her family was there. Like, came to visit her on set and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, that's so terrible.
Little known but tragic accidents involving movie stunt performers. Number 1, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. David Holmes left home as a stunt double for Farrah Fawcett in the 1981 screwball action comedy. During a driving scene, the car she was riding in was involved in an action film about sailors trying to win during his lunch break.
Unfortunately, those type of...
Death of
that
the
can
stunt
be very
performer.
dead.
Actress Angela Bassett's stunt double, Sonia Davis, fell 42 feet to her death while performing a stunt. Davis's family ended up suing Paramount Studios and Eddie Murphy Productions for $10 million, alleging the crew failed to provide proper safety equipment. Although it's unknown what became of the case, as the Davis's family lawyer unexpectedly passed away while the case was ongoing.
Oh, wow.
Little known but tragic
No
accidents
shit.
involving movie stunt performers. Number 1, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. David
That's
Holmes
crazy.
served
Hold
as
on,
Daniel
hold on.
Radcliffe's stunt double.
She just thinks like someone gave their like body, literally, you know what I'm saying, for a film that we watch. It just gives it new meaning. Like, dang, someone.
But can you
died
imagine
for
being
this.
the person that was like, hey, I got an idea. Let's move this. And then that resulted in someone's passing. Can you imagine being that person? Be like, never mind, that was a bad
I
idea.
know.
And
Think
now,
of-
42.
Think about on set the accident that happened with what was it? One of the Baldwin. Was it Alec?
oh yeah,
Baldwin?
Alec Baldwin, he shot somebody.
He shot somebody.
But like, why was the gun loaded with real ammo? It's supposed to be all fake ammo. It's supposed to be blanks.
The Crow.
What happened with the Crow?
Bruce Lee's son.
They left a live round in one of the guns, which is crazy. Yeah, you should never. It's always
Killed on
crazy.
set.
How do you have live rounds in a gun on set? But
So that needs to be the fault of the firearms expert on set. It's supposed to be someone handling all of that.
You're
There
a pilot
was, but
on
yeah.
air. You heard about that?
Wow.
When you first launch, you're a pilot when it airs.
Mm-hmm.
It's all symbolic, yo. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They launch your thing, and it's like crazy. So what y'all telling me is that some of these rituals of blood sacrifice, or just do you think it's ritualistic, or just
I
some
don't think
crazy
it's real ritualistic, but
accident?
it's a lot that goes into filmmaking, especially like now as technology advances. A lot of stuff is done. It's done on. You can do it on computer and all that type of thing.
AI.
AI about to take over a lot of
Yeah,
scenes.
a lot of stuff is done with AI.
I noticed it. I know what AI is, and I know a lot of movies. At the end of it, they get bored and lazy. I told you I didn't like Sinners.
But outside of the storytelling, I think it does make it more safer when it comes to stunts and just shooting scenes and getting the shots, because it could be dangerous. Like people put their lives on the line.
The Book of Acts.
To making
The Book of
films.
Acts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
dangerous.
Yeah, I can tell when they using AI and
Right now you can, but soon you will not be able to tell.
I wouldn't know who's who, huh?
For
I
scenes. Because a lot of
I
times,
wouldn't
like,
be able to tell the signs.
here's how it
The very
starts.
elect would be fooled, huh?
A lot of times they shoot scenes and they're like, okay, this is good, but damn, we didn't get a shot of him walking up the stairs. Oh, well, it's been 2 months. We can't get a hold of him. He's all the way doing another movie.
Perfect. Yep.
Let's just use AI to get a scene of him walking up the stairs.
Got you.
So it's going to start with a little bit of cuts from here. You don't notice. They're like small scenes. Next thing you know, okay, let's have him do a line. You know what I mean? And then they slowly and
Let's do a
surely,
line.
boom, boom, boom.
It helps with consistency because again, someone's hair was long.
Yeah.
That was 6 months later. They didn't cut it off, or they didn't dyed it, or they didn't have a mustache.
Exactly.
back
The mustache
then.
one happened a lot with Superman because he was filming another movie and he had
Kyle.
he had a mustache. Same thing with Captain America. They had to get that last scene for the Avengers, and Captain America had to cover his face when they were eating the falafel, or I forgot what it's called at the end. But he had to cover his face because he had a mustache for another movie. But that kind of inconsistencies they'll be able to just fix with AI now.
Yeah, and that's well, okay. What does that do to the creative part, to the mind?
Ooh, there's going to be strikes for sure. They already had writer strikes, and that was with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I'm seeing less and less delivery people. I'm seeing more robots
Mm-hmm.
rolling. Craig, eyes. You know what I mean?
I just came from the mail, and the mail lady there was like, everyone's ordering everything on Amazon now.
Yep.
It's not just about random gifts because the malls are not as full as they used to be because everyone's ordering everything on Amazon, not just gifts, but toilet paper, socks. Like everyone's getting so many things that they can go to the store with on Amazon.
I wrote down an ID. Just gave me look. The mall is where you get mauled.
Okay.
Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Stand back.
Remember, it used to be crazy on Black
Oh,
Friday.
yeah, that would have to be a retro there. So it's really kind of sad now. I've seen a lot of videos of like abandoned malls now or malls that are closed.
South.
I am.
And it's just a whole different world when you think about it, like mall culture.
I Am Legend will be the future. And we may not see it too immediately, but already Black Friday was not that much of a big deal this year. Remember, it would be on the news, how people would be like, going through Best Buy and it'd be like crazy. Everyone's trying to get the TVs.
Best Buy was crazy.
Everyone's just ordering it online now. You can get the same deals. There's like Digital Monday, Amazon Monday, Digital Prime, and all that.
They have to bribe
They're
you now
knocking
to come in.
Old ladies down for TVs. Like,
Yeah.
And then, like, who else want a TV now? Everybody got TVs.
TVs are
like-
cheap.
Come
You can
on.
get a TV for $100,
Come on.
like a 36-inch.
Pulling each other hair back and just, it's a man. You ever saw the South Park?
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy.
But you know what they're doing now is I think the craze is the limited edition stuff that people go crazy for, like for instance for Starbucks. So they recently did they released a Hello Kitty collaboration. I know I'm a Hello Kitty girl, I'm gonna admit it. But
Yeah,
they also, which
Hello
was
Kitty.
interesting though, is not only did they release a special Hello Kitty collaboration, but there was a Starbucks bear that was a part of the release. And I think everyone thought everybody was going to go crazy for the Hello Kitty, which they did. Literally, people had to, they were camped outside of Starbucks at like 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning to try to get this limited release stuff. And it was around Thanksgiving. It was before Thanksgiving. It was in November, last month. And it was just chaos. People fight. I had a coworker who told me like this grown man literally knocked her out the way and grabbed a whole bunch of
Hello Kitty.
well, because they had the cup. It were different type of cups, like the cold cup, the hot cup, the this cup. So he nudged her out the way, so she was only able to get a certain amount of stuff. But it was the little barista cups that people are going crazy for. Like they're reselling them for $300. People are now trying to make their own. But so I say the limited edition stuff, because then the Labubu things, those are very, scarce. So those are the things that people are like will line up for. Now
It's the hype.
It's the hype of it all. So those type of stuff are bringing people out to the stores. Target tried to do it with Black Friday. They had some little whack gift bag where it was supposed to be worth $75, and so they had people out there camped out. And then when people got the bag, it was like a little cheap bag. The stuff inside was not worth $75. Even if it was worth $75, it was ridiculous.
It's all marketing, but it's also like the illusion of scarcity.
Yeah, exactly.
They talk about the same thing with De Beers with the diamonds.
Yeah.
There's a lot of diamonds out there, but they make it seem like diamonds are expensive because of the illusion of scarcity.
Definitely.
Break that down.
So there's
Illusion of scarcity.
De Beers kind of like pushes the illusion of scarcity, like because they're hard to find diamonds, they cost so much.
Or sacred. Or like scared. Or like scared. Yeah.
Yeah, so like the scarcity, like there's not much of them.
Right.
Oh, or there, that there are also those diamond companies, they buy up like the big rare diamonds and they put them away. Like they don't even sell them because they want just to be
Create that scarcity.
Yeah. So
Right.
there's like people who have, or companies that have these huge diamond collections that aren't ever intended to be put out on the market
And
to create that scarcity.
And think about this. They're not, who knows if they're really rare. They probably got a bunch of it and they
that makes them rare. That's what makes them rare.
Priest,
So
that's
they buy them
exactly
up and they
what
don't,
we said.
and they don't put them
That's
out.
scarcity.
That's scarcity. Yeah.
The illusion,
Okay, the illusion
of scarcity.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
They're
what
in
I'm saying?
storage somewhere.
It's like if you had a million CDs, Priest.
Yeah,
And you said limited edition, we only got 100.
exactly. Marketing. Now I get to see behind how they work, and it's all how these big companies that doesn't care about
It's marketing.
individual
Yeah.
marketing. It started all the way back then. You see big statues, that's marketing.
Yeah.
You go up there and the king is this little. No, there's a lot of cats like that. So Haile Selassie was short. I'm just saying, you go into the place and then you said, damn, it's marketing. Did it all the way back there. So you gotta look at how they start this.
This is all the Matrix.
It's all the Matrix.
It's the illusions.
Was the Matrix bigger than Mr. Smith? See, the Matrix, when Mr. Smith came out, yeah. But then when you see the Architect, you see what it was back, all in white.
Mr. Smith was trying to escape the Matrix
Chopping
also.
the science. Huh?
In Matrix
see
philosophy.
Huh?
Yada. You didn't see Matrix.
I did see Matrix.
Oh,
What are you
okay.
talking
Oh, yeah.
It seemed like she was.
I have not studied.
Right.
I'm not a fanatic about the Matrix, but yeah, like I saw it when it first came out.
okay.
Yeah,
of course.
there's
You
like
know,
a Matrix
Keanu
philosophy
Reeves.
video.
There's a Matrix school. There's a Matrix class.
Yeah.
And
Then when
Is
Jada Pinkett was in Matrix #2, you had to see
Man.
that.
that was number 2.
I thought it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was. Jada
She them good
Pinkett.
people of
She did, a
Zion.
good, she did a good job too.
The good people of Zion when they had that orgy party. That
Yeah.
crazy party. Yeah, it was.
I haven't seen it in a while, but I just.
I was trying to show the
kinda lost me in that one.
the tribalism, the humanity. They had to show, the unified humans going through like a sexual, it's a natural
It's
part.
the same agenda.
A season.
Right. But why show that? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying
So
it's the
you
same
can-
agenda.
You can see the humanity of Zion, the original people.
Right, but we don't get to see the
Very biblical.
hands, of course. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we don't get to see the hands behind that because that's the same scene as Eyes Wide Shut. Who, if you see it on this, you said biblical, right? So we dealing with, because they'll tell you Sodom and Gomorrah was all crazy, but it was 4 cities. There's more cities that was going on, but they'll just tell you. Like,
It's where you get the word sodomy. So that's male.
Yeah.
Gomorrah is female.
but that's 2 of 5 cities. It's not just Sodom and Gomorrah.
Mm.
You gotta look it up. So there's 5 other things that's going on, and they just creating this the narrative and then controlling stuff little by little. What I'm saying is, like what you said, the movie Matrix,
Mhm.
and even in that part, it's just planting little seeds. Then somebody else water it.
Yeah, I see Eyes Wide Shut just kind of showing the sickness and perversion of the Illuminati. Whereas
However you want it.
in the Matrix, it's kind of showing you more of the expression of the root chakra.
Oh, so you picking and choosing. So you
Yeah.
so you saying one is the root chakra.
One is corrupt, and the other one is natural root chakra
Yeah.
expression. Because they had to show the love scene of Neo and Trinity.
The love scene.
So as that was happening, Neo
I don't
and
know, I
Trinity
didn't see
were
that part.
uniting. Yeah, trust me, I know these movies in my head.
I said
man.
I'm a Matrix 1.
You got to see the
Ooh.
philosophy of the Matrix. Like there's a YouTube video.
I
that
get this
breaks it
Nebuchadnezzar. Yeah, I get all of that, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying
Nebuchadnezzar.
that part of the great party was a celebration of what? That's what I'm saying.
Well, they were all uniting right there because
that was
remember, Morpheus was acting as Moses. Morpheus kind of like, even though he's kind of like John the Baptist technically, he was speaking almost like Moses, and like bringing the people together and uniting them all to say, we will fight and we're gonna rumble these walls to show them that we are not afraid. So like, let's show them that we are not afraid. So like, that's what they hit the
but
drums.
there was a council.
Boom, boom.
Listen to
Yeah,
this.
there was a
There
council.
was a council.
That's the inner government.
Yeah, that's
It's so good,
Come on,
man.
bro.
It's
Yeah.
deep.
There was a council around that controlled everything. And before they even started, they had to go to the council. And they put one of the guys who came up, he was like commander. It
Yes.
was Moses. I'll say it wasn't Morpheus. It
Mm-hmm.
was somebody else. It was 3. No, there's 4 in the fire. So I'm just trying to figure out. What I'm trying to figure out is there was 3. But hold on, who's the other cat in the fire? You know what I'm saying? So he came, but it's always more into the story, deeper into it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Like I'm just saying, we share this is good dialogue, but I'm just saying, I always try to look a little bit like, what's this dude about? What's this really
As
about?
you should. As you should.
I thought you were about to say as above, so below.
No, well, I mean,
no, yeah, exactly.
you should.
As
You're
within,
very right to question all of that.
gotta,
That's critical thinking.
It's not just, yeah, exactly. Somebody said something about the tetragrammaton. I knew that was going to come out. Didn't get a file. Share my screen's coming too. Let me see. I think a long time, I'm probably mad, but the word is mad. Some people be just going in.
There's a
so
7-second delay. Don't forget. So whatever you say won't be reacted to until 7 seconds later.
The 6th have just came, and the 7th is coming. No, but it's real though, man. Like we started off by these movies, right? Reading a little bit. So, just reading a little. Now you're speaking in another language. Shout out to you though, Blue Jacob. All right, so yeah, these movies are here to show us that. I think there's a part of the sign. I think it's a good natural thing to go see if you want to elevate your mind. You said something that was very
The good movies,
intriguing.
yes, and then there's also bad movies. And
It's a
like
buffet.
people talk about The Conjuring, like you mentioned earlier, and there's
I
been
had a
some
3 minutes deja vu.
A lot of people don't like those, but
well, there's been instances of possession.
no.
Because in like The Conjuring, they're able to do like actual spells and actual occult like rituals in the movie that can trigger people. So there's been like a possession in a movie theater. So some people watching the movie and they start freaking out.
Bro,
And-
Yo.
look up the possession of Johnny Delano. Joey. Possession of Joel. Joel.
But I would say as a filmmaker, because I wrote a horror and it involved get I'm still working on it.
Yeah, you scared me when you did that. I think you about to drop some real
No,
dark,
I'm saying no, it involved a witch coven, but that was something that I intentionally make sure that I wasn't including anything that was actual like a true spell or just because I wanted to make sure as I'm writing, because when you write something you have to continuously read it and look at it and stuff, and I didn't want to write anything where I'm cursing myself or just whenever if it ever does get to production, I don't want, so it's like whenever anything that I produce, hopefully that would probably be a critique of people like that's not real witchcraft. That's not real but this intentionally. I'm like I'm not trying to put like real witchcraft in my works.
Podcraft.
I personally do that. I don't want to be that authentic.
Have you seen WandaVision from Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I watched some of it. Yeah,
Hold on,
I didn't watch the whole series, but yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm familiar. Yeah.
So
No, we going there now. Go ahead.
definitely watch
Go to put the kids to bed now. Let's go get a little break.
WandaVision. WandaVision goes really good into it because it shows Scarlet Witch and everything, and then it shows the Bad Witch right there. And then you absolutely have to watch
Let's see one.
Agatha All Along. So watch Agatha All Along, and it kind of talks about the subconscious mind, and like these witches also have a coven. And it's not bad or really scary or anything, but man, they expose so much of like and you realize that witches aren't really like bad people.
No,
they're kind of just working with like herbs and stuff like that, and they're kind of working with the subconscious mind and everything. At the end of the day, it goes into a lot of occult stuff. You know what I mean? And it's not scary. It looks scary. It's just like fire. If you misuse the power, then yeah, you made it a bad person. But if you use it correctly, boom, you just made aspirin, or you just made like a cough syrup. You know what I mean? They had witch doctors back in the day because they're making something magical, but Nah, man,
medicine.
they just made medicine. They just, there's the apothecary and stuff like that. So you can use it for good, you can use it for bad, obviously. But Agatha all along, this series, it's so good the way they expose everything. And like, obviously Disney has been in the occult ever since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I can talk about Disney all day. But
Snow White.
yeah, so definitely watch WandaVision. And then right after that, the sequel to that is Agatha All Along. It goes in. It's really good. It's really well put together and stuff. And it moves. It doesn't lag. That's what I like the way Marvel has been working with it. But it shows the runes and stuff like that, and how runes work and everything. So it's almost like an educational series. Like, oh, okay. I see how that works.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. We get in trouble for the trailer? Because this is old 1972.
Oh, you're talking about the...
How is
But
this?
healers were a lot. Oftentimes they were accused of being witches. But
Yeah.
I know what you like.
Yeah, they would throw the
responding
woman off the balcony, and if she could fly, as they said, if you could fly, it was a witch. But if
and
she
they
hit,
still were gonna kill you.
no. If she hit the ground,
yeah.
then if she hit the ground, then we
They were like,
wrong.
"Oh, you're not rich." Yeah, but you're still dead. But even if she would have flew, they still would have wanted to kill her.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was a stupid test.
Yeah, how you gonna do that? And then he'll throw you off the balcony, and if you fly, then you was a witch.
But if
you
she
hit
was
the
a witch, you wouldn't even been able to tie her up, right?
yeah, but it was so
Like
many
if she
bodies
had
that-
if she had those type of powers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
the witch is just really good at what they do. The male version of that would be a warlock.
Yeah.
And then
Word war and it like
there's also the wizards,
yeah.
but that's starting to get a little more into folklore.
Well, you get into science Papa Smurf.
Mm.
So Papa Smurf, he lived, first of all, he lived in a mushroom and he dealt against Gilgamesh. So I said Gilgamesh, right? My bad. Gargamel.
Okay.
So, so he would talk Gargamel. Remember, all of them came to Papa Smurf, and it just on micro levels, you can still see the powers of a wizard. That was during the medieval, and let me say something in the 90s, early 90s, 80s, like that. The cartoons were all geared to medieval witchcraft. Look, Power of Grayskull. All of those cartoons that were coming out had nothing to do with the signs of the time that we were dealing with. They were all futuristic. Now, the crazy thing is either futuristic or witchcraft.
Mm.
Yeah. Even Santa Claus. You ever saw the Adventures of Santa Claus?
Mm.
He was raised by a lion. Word. And he had wizards around him. It's called The Adventures of Santa Claus. And it's like a medieval thing. I was like, damn. And it's long, too. It's like an hour and 30 minutes.
So somebody wrote like a spin-off on the
Yeah.
concept.
It's like an interesting claymation type.
Mm.
Yeah, there you go. Wow. Exactly.
I think I've seen that.
I don't know if this is Mr. Heatweiser, but they showed the young Santa Claus for how he developed his laugh, and he had powers. He was fighting with all this crazy, yo. So you gotta think, man, this thing goes deep.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it depends on the
Not
writers
scientists.
too. I mean, you give this type of archetype to a writer, and you see what they did with Thor. We know
another one.
we know the archetype of Thor, but you hand it to a Marvel writer, and now we've got this whole MCU. You know what I'm saying? So, depending on the
writer's
writer,
always gonna make it take it somewhere else. The
you,
writers,
you can
and,
take an archetype and create stories out of it.
and you got to understand the mind state of the writer, what he's trying to take you to.
Yes.
And because he's speaking to our audience. Someone told me this before. Shout out to John Newsom, because he's an artist. So they told me that, and this was walking through NY in the Fastra district. And this artist told me, sometimes he said, I think it was Neil, I don't know. He said, yo, when you look at a picture, do you ever look at what the picture's looking at? Yo, inside the picture, they were saying that you can look at a picture, but the picture has a life that it's looking at. I didn't understand that art. It's like sometime with jazz, I was like, yo, and there's a thing called iconoclasm. You know what I'm saying? So you're looking at these things, the study of pictures, how they work. And I was like, yo, it's more to it. I mean, that's going to be the theme of the day show. It's just more to it.
Always.
It's just more to it. We just got to get in Dark City. The guy named that what it was calling the guy Dark City, Malkovich, right? But you know what they said? He's in tune. It's the same. That's all they said. He knows how to tune. He's tuning because he knew what they was doing. Whatever they was doing, all Mr. Hand and all of them, they was putting everybody to sleep at 12 o'clock, except him. He didn't go to sleep. I get so weak in my knees, I can't hardly speak. You know what I'm saying? It's everything happened in that moment. You know what I'm saying? So homeboy was in tune with the tune. And so they was like, that's sort of like, what's the movie? They Live, right? They were watching him. He watching them. They watching him. Rockwell put out a song called "Somebody Watching Me." Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking of like when you were just talking about. I was just thinking of like famous paintings, like the Mona Lisa, or I remember I watched a movie about with the pearl earring. I forgot which famous artist wrote up that. But the thing is like the allure is to like you go to the museum and you study these paintings and both of those paintings are famous for the subject's gaze. You know? So that's what you're trying to like one of the things that you're kind of like you're studying her gaze. You know? And there's so much there's just a lot of people talking about just like the meaning behind those women's eyes and those paintings for that time. They were so famous because painting up until that point, they weren't as lifelike, so that was one of the things, or like their eyes or their gaze was so, enticing or, just in, but that was that just made me think. But it's like the movie of the woman with the pearl earring. It was so interesting because they tried to show you what was going on in her head. They wanted to introduce you because she's this mysterious woman, and so they wanted to like give you the backstory of the woman with the pearl earring.
Wow,
it was very interesting.
I got to see this movie.
I think it had Scarlett Johansson starring in it or something.
Okay, so now we're rolling. You know what I'm saying? so in the 12 Monkeys, right? Remember, shout out to him because they had dementia now, right? Mm-hmm. What's my man's name? The actor that was in the 12 Monkeys.
Oh, Bruce Willis?
Yeah, Bruce Willis, right? Uh-huh. So he's in an insane asylum, and they got him on a seat, similar to Matrix, where my boy Neo was in the chair. They had him in the chair, and he had these scientists with needles around his head. Mm-hmm. And they all having a conversation about him. Now, it's always dealing with something in the past, because you always see him running with the wig. I don't want to blow it up. If you haven't seen 12 Monkeys, go check out 12 Monkeys. Saw it?
I did, but it's been some time.
Don't release the 12 Monkeys. So in the AD, you just showed the 12. Each of the 12. So the 12 Monkeys, homeboy was running, but he had scientists around his head. Like you said, looking at you said, what is the meaning behind what we're really looking at? What is the picture looking at? You said it was drawn in life. It was something you said. What you just said? Yeah, you said. It was something you just said when you was dropping it. You was dropping it. You was going in. And we going 1,000,000 miles an hour right now, so y'all got to catch up. Or stay with us.
What was I talking about? Just
Brad
like
Pitt.
The
there you go.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt was in it. Brad Pitt was the maniac inside the place, but was he really a maniac? He was telling them about the 12 Monkeys. That's when he said his father was the hurricane, and they was going to come out, and then he ended up being the leader of the 12 Monkeys.
When did that come out? 99? I got
all that that 99 stuff.
Those late 90s films.
Hey, let me tell you how this is deja vu, because I said this right before we started. I said I had deja vu. AD, could you play him that trailer?
Yeah,
I just
is
watched.
that for the possession of Joel Delaney?
Yeah, Possession of Joe Delaney. I just was watching this. I had told you.
Where is
on the
he?
phone? This is 1972.
Joel? Joel, answer me. Are you there?
I was gonna send this to RA too.
I'll kill this son of a bitch!
You're the man who said my brother tried to attack you. He never would have done such a thing unless he was provoked.
Where's Mr. Delaney? All of a sudden, here we have a case just like 3 others we had last summer. A head cut off, hair tied onto something. Those girls were all Puerto Rican girls. Where is he, Mrs. Benson?
It is good that you understand things are much simpler when you believe.
Mrs. Perez came to me because her son's spirit has entered your brother's body.
Are you trying to tell me that my brother is so weak and so vulnerable that he can be invaded from the outside by a maniac who is dead? I refuse to believe it! I won't believe it!
And you can get this on regular. That was it. Oh, that was a slow. That's the real trailer got crazy when they went to the Botanica. What is called the Botanica. And it was going in, but I just was watching that before we started talking about possession and all of that stuff like that. That's kind of deep. Witches, we just left Halloween, but it's good to be aware of such things. Not let that interfere with your regular life, but it's good to be aware of certain things. Because like you said, when you're looking at the picture, is it alive? Is the picture alive? Or is it not? And you got to look at what we talked about in the beginning. We started off talking about these images that we see. You said everything's marketed. So what's behind the pictures and the marketing? Those things could change your very perception of life itself and the way you see things. So, when people put out books and things on that nature, that's their narrative, and they're showing you that unless you go and you're in there yourself. So I'll turn like that. That's why I'm traveling, right? So with books, I figured out this why we surf the net now. You don't go nowhere. You just surf. You're still surfing. Just surfing the net. They keep you in your house. You're able to travel at the speed of thought because you click on the button, you're right there. Which is good is that we got the Podcraft now that you can tune into some light. Up ahead, there's a sign. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rod Sterling. You know what I'm saying? So now, right before you get there, boom, the light comes on and we share a light. Light is what? Knowledge, wisdom. And
That's why this is our craft. It's your podcraft.
and we started off by witchcraft. So we turned it off into the craft. Now we're on the board. I wonder what NASA got to say about this. One day they will, but not yet. Or they've been speaking in subliminal messages and they just don't know. It felt like I fight the power. So it's getting.
You're dropping jewels today.
Nah, it's because I'm dopamine up off of that dopamine. Dopamine comes from the human mind, not no substance. The substance I'm on is natural tea. Natural tea. Exactly. Word. So, that's what it is. You could talk like this in the comfort of your home or wherever you at. You can have a good conversation. You just have to eat the right foods and get the right diet inside. And then you have the right diatribe. Because diet is eating also. It doesn't mean don't eat. Dieting is eating. And it's eating, talking about eating the right herb to get you to start opening. Sometimes it's well said without. Somebody, what's that color? Ceaseless
Magenta, ceaseless one.
Ceaseless is blessing them.
Yeah, ceaseless coming through. What's the name of that color for my brother?
Magenta.
Listen. When you enter the Wu Center, he turned it magenta. Yo, the inventor, my man Ceaseless 111. He shines bright as the sun. Here we come. It's not done. We got it.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to see the. We doing a pole spin right now. But the mental pole, the Blue Lotus tea. That's right. Is that my man? He said the Blue Lotus flower tea turn purples. Exactly. So don't forget the serotonin. Yeah, I'll let AD take that. He know about the serotonin.
Yeah, it's where we get the name Sarah.
Come on, man.
And cerebral.
And cherub. Syrup bump. This cherub.
Don't say it.
Pineal. The pineal, they found the mind will.
Mm-hmm.
The connection was right there. A lot of things happen inside the mind. It's
where you get the pine cone and the Christmas pine tree.
How they held it. Yeah. I just don't know. A lot of people don't know what that little box they be holding, but they got the pine that they were holding. Some people said it wasn't a pine cone. It was more of an what's that? Pineapple. Ooh.
Still pine.
Come on.
Still pineal.
We open up, everybody go to sleep. No, I say like how they said in Dark City. They would say their code word was sleep. Homeboy went to sleep. When he did that, the majority of the time, remember, the city was dark because they were changing time on him. He woke up and didn't know where he was at. I'm talking about the movie Dark City, was something I did see. I'll watch it again tonight. So, as you enter,
you're one of those people who, when you find a movie you continuously watch it.
I go to the same restaurant. I'm not one of the persons like, I want that same cook. So if it's good, I change up. Some people switch up too quick. Sometimes I marinate a little bit on it and just, kind of like, you know what I mean? So.
But I have this thing where if I really love a film, I actually don't like to watch it so much because I want to feel that adrenaline when I do watch it. However, there have been some films that I've had to break my rule because I want to study it. Yeah. Like there are some ones where it's like, no, I want to study it. Like I want to study the camera angles, the lighting, the writing.
I'm the same way.
So I have to, but generally, there are films where I just thought they were chef kiss, but it's like I don't even watch it again because it's just I don't want to play it out because I'm a type of person for music. There's if I hear a song where I'm like, oh my God, I love this is my favorite, I love it. But then after I play it, I'll play it 100 times, and then it's
you
like
can
I'm
wear
done.
it out. Your mind will get.
Then and it's crazy because it's I'm just what is this?
But see, I feel like I don't want to change the subject, but we're almost like that with people. Because there's some people you hang out with them. Oh, I love this person so much, but you don't want to be with them all the time. You got to give them some time, give them some space, come back to them. Do you know what I mean? Yes. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. That type of thing.
Yes. There's certain definitely in doses.
But with music and movies, I can see that.
I'm the complete opposite. That's dope because I can't listen to music, same song all the time. If I like it, then I like it, and then I move. You know what I'm saying? So if there's a Stevie Wonder track, I can listen to it, but I only play it when it's needed. Yeah. Like if I play a Mike, I play Marvin Gaye when it's needed.
It's because music can have a drug-like effect.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be taking a drug all the time. But man, when you take that dose of Stevie or that dose of Prince or whoever you like, it'll have that effect on you. Mm-hmm. And that effect won't be the same for everybody. Some songs will affect people differently. Absolutely. Do you know what I mean?
But it's drug-like. Yeah, because there are some songs where it's I've been chasing that feel. I remember the first time I heard Scenario. I was in junior high school, and I remember I had my headphones on, and I was in the bus, and it just came on, and I was just I just remember my body what is this? What is this? And I remember getting off of out the bus, the back door, and not paying attention, and my headphones got caught in the door, and this guy had to jump up because the bus started to take off, and he had to jump up and open up the doors. But I just remember I was in a trance, what did I just hear? What is this?
That's fine.
And that's like a feeling that I've rarely ever gotten from listening to
But you
music.
created your central nervous system created a connection to that moment. So every time you hear that in the future, it's like a smell or a scent. Your mind will go back to that moment. Think of the power that just a few seconds of this will do.
You want to tell me what this is all about?
Just that moment.
Yeah.
I mean, when we first heard that, for some people it was like it takes them back. They're hearing that in their headset with the little CD player and stuff like that. That's the power of music. It's
you don't
incredible.
even know what you just did. We just talk about magic. It's so deep, yo. Everything that we talk about now is connecting.
I'm going to share it on this podcast, but I just told him this crazy story I had about Coolio.
Give me a second. Give me a
Shout
second.
out to Coolio.
Yeah.
So of all songs I could bring up,
that was like
wow.
crazy.
If you share that, give me a second. I need my. If you that's something we can walk into. That story right there.
That's crazy
so
that you
classic.
brought that up, AD.
I could have brought other examples up. You know what I mean? What about
But
this one?
no, that is like an icon. No, I know what you said. Like, that's so iconic.
Remember?
Hold on, just tell them the scenario of what happened with.
Okay, so like, you know how you get to a certain age, you just have like many lives. You know, you've done many things. You know? So I just, having to share with Priest, like, yeah. I was a backup singer for Coolio. And he was like, oh, you can sing? I didn't say I could sing, but I was a backup singer for Coolio for 2 days.
Okay.
I got fired, but...
Okay, tell him what happened.
So,
I think this might need... This going to need another... This going to need its own...
Episode?
No, AD, you're going to fall out. This is crazy.
Okay, so this was maybe, how many years ago? This was maybe like 2015 or so.
R.I.P. to Coolio.
No, you definitely R.I.P. to Coolio. Like much recent. Like after that experience with him though, like I had just, it gave me more respect for him. But maybe like 2015-ish or so. I was kind of like in a transition, stage in my life or whatever. And I was working this, temp job. And I get this group text. And I look at it, and a friend of mine, her husband he's a musician. And he was actually, I think, like a keyboardist. He plays a couple of instruments. But he was in a band that back Coolio, like when Coolio performs, live. And so she's like, yeah, would you guys want to perform for Coolio at the Greek Theater? So, it wasn't even in processing to me, but I was just at the stage where it was like, what? Like, perform at the Greek Theater for Coolio? Yeah. So, some of my friends, they're a little bit younger. So, I mean, some of them were kind of like, Coolio, who? Like, and then another one was like, oh, my sister used to listen to him. But, like, I knew who Coolio was, So I'm like, yeah, of course. I didn't even know the details. But basically what happened was he had this performance at the Greek Theater. He hadn't performed at some time. And it was one of those kind of like, how they have those concerts with a lot of like old school type of artists or whatever. So this was going to be like, one of his kind of like coming back to the scene performances. And he wanted for Gangster's Paradise, he wanted to have a choir sing. However, they had a particular choir, but they didn't know if all the members could show up. So they just needed some people to fill in the choir. So I was like, yeah, cool. And then, I put on there like, I can't really sing. And she was like, oh no, girl, you're going to be in a choir just like filling it up, So I'm like, okay, cool. So she told me like, there were going to be like two,
I think
two rehearsal sessions.
Yeah, we're gonna do a part 1 and 2. That is because we can't do it. We can't. So after let's slow it down. Let's give him like more, maybe 10 more seconds of it.
Okay, yeah.
And we're gonna do a part 1 and part 2 for this. This was Great.
Okay, so yeah, so she asked, can I like, show up for like the, rehearsal session or whatever with Coolio and his live band as part of the, choir. So I'm like, yeah. So something told me though, before I headed to the rehearsal, I was like, I really can't sing.
Stop right there.
Like,
yeah, give a little bit more.
you know what? I have a homegirl though, who she had aspirations to sing, and she's actually done some like backup singing, like professionally. And I know she had been wanting to get back in the business because she had stopped for a while. So I called her and I'm like, hey girl, like you want to come with me to like do backup for Coolio? Like they just need some people in the choir for Gangsta's Paradise. So she's like, yeah, like bet. So it's me and like two of my homies, homegirls. We actually drive over to my friend. So the first night of rehearsals was actually at her house. So they had cleared because she had moved into this like really nice house, but they didn't have any furniture. So like all the musicians were able to like bring in all of their like equipment and stuff to the house set up. And it was just, it was just a great experience. Like his what do you call it? The music director guy was there. The band was there. Coolio he wound up not coming that night, which was actually good because, I wasn't as nervous. And so the the music director, he kind of sprung it on us like, okay, you know what? Actually, that whole choir that is supposed to be backing up Coolio, they're not going to come. So it's probably just going to be you guys. So at this point now, it's four of us girls who like, none of us are professional.
Do you know what song you were singing?
So he tells us that we're going to sing See You When You Get There, which I hadn't never heard of that song before. See You When You Get There Soon. And Gangsta's Paradise.
We know Gangsta's Paradise. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. See You When I Get There.
Yeah. So that was kind of a shock because I was like, I've never heard See You When You Get There Soon. So we had to pull up the lyrics to learn that song. But the choir direct, not the choir, I keep calling him choir, the music director guy, that's how you can tell like who are real like professional musicians, because he actually like guided us through the whole step of like how a live performance goes. Like we're probably gonna have a musical backtrack. Like it just depends what Coolio wants to do. But just in case, I'll be able to like jump in because he was gonna sing like that in Gangsta's Paradise LV's part, like that solo. So he sang that part, but he was also able to kind of like jump in with the background. And he showed us like breathing techniques because that part when you go, oh. So he showed us how to like hold our breath.
That's pretty good.
And like like it's really a way that you like it's a counting that you do. Mm-hmm. And then you like take a breath and then you keep doing it. But you can kind of do that whole like, and and so by the end of the night, like we were probably there for like 5 hours. By the end of the night, like my confidence, I think all of our confidence was like pretty high. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
very good.
We'll be able to do this. Like, we're gonna perform with Coolio at the Greek Theater. Like I remember they wanted us to like wear white. They wanted us to look like very angelic. We were gonna be like on stage.
Did you tell your dad?
Yes. So, at that particular time, I had moved back in with my dad. Had just recently graduated. Money was kind of funny, so I moved in with my dad, and he was just kind of like, just wondering, like, when you graduate from school and your parents are kind of looking at you like, what are you doing with your life? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was at that point temping, doing different jobs and stuff. And so I remember like that night telling him like, where am I going? And I was like, oh, don't wait up. I might be out a little bit late because I'm going to rehearsal with Coolio. Like, I'm going to do backup singing for Coolio. Like, we're going to like perform at the Greek Theater. And he was just kind of looking at me like, Coolio who? Like, you gotta like do backup for who? Like, since when did you know how to sing? And I'm just telling him like, no, like I'm gonna do backup singing for like Coolio. And he just could not fathom. He was just looking at me like, okay. Like, I'm getting sick. You know, he's like, I'm being very patient with you, and you trying to like find yourself in your life and stuff. But like, how do you know Coolio? Why would anybody like let you on stage, you know, to perform with Coolio?
I want this sound. Tell what you tell your family and friends that.
Well, tell the audience.
Yeah, tell the audience.
Yeah.
Also, what you told your family and friends and everybody around you that it's over. You got to.
So after like the first night of rehearsals, like I thought, like like I could really do this for a living. So I go back to my little like receptionist job, and I'm kind of just bringing it up. Like nobody's asking me. Like I remember I went to the bathroom, and it was this girl. I've never met this lady before in my life. But, we both get at the sink at the same time and we're washing our hand. And I'm kind of like looking at her in the mirror. And I'm just like, yeah, tonight I have to, yeah, I'm probably going to leave a little bit early tonight because I have rehearsal. Like, oh, rehearsals? Like for what? And I was like, yeah, I'm a backup singer for Culio. And she was like, what? Oh my God, like I didn't know you were a singer. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm a backup singer for Culio. So I remember texting like all my friends like in New York, Atlanta, like, yes, I'm gonna be performing, for Culio. Like I feel like my life, is changing for the better. Like a blessing just, dropped into my lap. I don't know what I was thinking.
He don't try to steal a show. No, he knows exactly when it comes.
But yeah, I told everybody I was going to perform it.
Right.
With Coolio.
And so did you? Tell us. Tell us when you did meet Coolio.
Okay. So, like I felt pretty confident. So, we had to like wait until like the next rehearsal. Was a couple days later, and then so we got like the location. I forgot exactly which rehearsal place, somewhere in LA. Show up at the rehearsal place with me and my homegirl Christine. Shout out to Killah. And we get there early, and no one is. I think it's like a couple of the guys who are setting up. So I'm thinking, oh, this is just gonna be like a repeat of the first night. Like Culio, he didn't even come the first night. So I'm like, oh, he probably gonna be late. So we coming from work, so I'm like, oh, let's go down the street to Jack in the Box and get something to eat. So we go down the street, drive down the street. I get a hamburger. My friend, she don't eat, but she's like on the phone with her husband and stuff, right? So we're like taking our time, walking back into the rehearsal place. I've got a big old hamburger in my mouth. And some dudes stop us like, oh, what y'all doing? Oh, just trying to holler. So we, in the hallway. Politicking and stuff. Get to the rehearsal room. Like, I knew something was weird when we walked in, and like all of a sudden, like all the like musicians were just like kind of like standing at attention. Like everyone was just kind of like very serious and very, still. Mm. And then we walk all the way into the room, and there's Culio. There's Culio.
Significant. Everything going on.
He's in like the middle of the room, like holding court, but he's really just like, yeah, he's just like serious. Like, he's like running it down for everyone. Like, yo, I'm going to be coming after Evelyn Champagne King. And, when she performs, she kills it. So that's why I want to, perform with a live band. I want live singers. And, this just really have to be, a perfect performance. Like I want everybody on their P's and Q's, and we gonna kill it. And, and then he turns around and he looks at me. I'm trying to now stuff the hamburger. Like, I'm just at this point, like, should I put the hamburger down or should I hurry up and try to eat it? So I hurry up and try to eat the damn hamburger. And so we kind of slide in. And so he looks like, oh, the singers are here. You guys are here. So mind you, my friend texts me, the one who even gave me the job, because she and her cousin were supposed to perform. They can't make it. She's like, oh, family's in town and I have to like pick them up from the airport. So we're not going to make the rehearsal. So then another friend tells me, she texted me. She's a lawyer, and she's like, "Oh, I have to prepare for opening arguments early tomorrow morning, so I'm not gonna make it either." So now it just wind up being me and my other homegirl, just the two of us. Mind you,
Just the two of us.
Yes, mind you, I'm just there to fill up the choir. So Coolio, he don't even let us sit down. He was like, "Bet, you two singers get on the microphone. Like, we gonna jump right into this." So I try to stand at the same microphone as my friend because, again, she can sing. She has a very pretty voice.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to, stand behind her.
Right.
And he tells us that we're gonna start with "See You When You Get There Soon," the first song. And he tells us, like, where to start. Like, we're gonna start at this point. And that's another thing with Coolio. He's very musical.
Hold on. You told me he told you how to separate the mics.
He did.
Right, go ahead.
So
he said, "What are you doing?"
He's giving all the guys like musical notes. Like, I want you to start in at A minor, whatever all that musical stuff is. And then he looks back at us and he's like, it's two microphones here. You get over there on your mic. You stand over here. So now I'm like, oh my God, like this is headed into disaster. I don't know why. I just did not tell him.
Yeah.
Like, "Sir,
it's Coolio.
I don't really know how to sing. I just, hear from my friend. She told me that you guys need extra people.
Right.
I don't know how to sing.
Right.
But I just went into a trance. So I'm like, okay, get on my own mic.
Yeah. So it's green light.
So he then looks at me and says, he tells the one of the musical guys, like, "Hey, can you, like, how you tell like the bass player or the guitar player, like hit it and play this in this key." And it was like, you sing this, take it from here. And oh man, when I tell, mind you, now I'm looking at the music director.
Right.
Now I'm looking at the keyboardist. Now I'm looking at all the guys who were there the other night.
Right.
Like, my situation.
Right.
I was expecting some of them to like speak up and say, "Hey, Coolio, she not like a lead singer.
Right.
She just here for the whatever."
Right.
They all just sitting there like stone faced, like, "Bitch, what you gonna do?"
Right.
Right. So they looking at me like that. So I'm like, okay, I guess.
Right.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
Music start. I'll bust it. Like, when I tell you, I start, it's something when like the room is filled with music. You're standing at a microphone. You can hear your voice. Like, you think your voice sounds loud and clear. I remember I was like, "See you when I get there." So, whoa. Like, I tried to do some riffs. Like, I remember my eyes was closed. Like, I was just like,
You did your best.
I thought I did more than, literally, I thought I was busting. And I remember I looked at my friend and she was like, "Okay." Like, she looked at me like, "Okay, girl." Like, okay. So I, finish, I finished the, what I posted. And it's like the music stopped and everybody like silent. And so now I'm kind of like, oh.
What Coolio said.
So he looked at me like, so I see you're not comfortable right now. Like, you probably got to get a little bit warmed up, right? And I was just like, "Sir, I just gave you my best." But it was like the look of disappointment. Like,
I can't.
It was like the look of disappointment.
I can see Coolio, R.I.P. man. I can see Coolio. So he's like, so this rehearsal, because who brought her in? Like, who brought you in? He just said Evelyn Champagne. You about to open up an Evelyn Champagne. And you came in there. So when I first stepped on the scene, niggas was petrified.
And then it's
happy
like,
birthday. Happy birthday.
And when I tell you, like, it just the rehearsal went downhill. downhill from there because I kept like kind of looking at my homegirl like, oh, what's wrong with you? Like I'm thinking and then I remember Coolio at one point, he said something musical, like y'all know how to do a little blah, 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 blah. And I look at her and she's like, oh yeah, I know how to do that. Mm-hmm. But then again, when he tells the music person to hit it, he looks at me.
Yeah.
You. And I'm like, do I look like I could sing or something? Like, I don't know if I just had that look that I was the one that know how to sing.
Yeah.
But
you're the band. It's like if James Brown was, and the band was in the back, and he jumped back and go, Fred.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he was the one he was looking for.
And I guess he thought like maybe I had the fat girl energy because I'm like, oh, she the one came in with the hamburger, so she comfortable. She must know.
She about to blow.
She about to blow. So I remember it was just like ridiculousness, and I remember
you went in there and sung.
He can't even believe it.
It's like you went in there and sung for Culio when you didn't really even know the song. Go ahead.
But I remember like I just remember at a point like we wound up like okay. I remember people was like,
you
let's
should have sung something you knew.
He was like,
not even part of the
that would have been worse. Like I had easily got warmed up with the musical director to sing this. But I remember we went to
Eyes on the Sparrow or something. Eyes on the Sparrow. God,
maybe I could have said yes, Jesus love me, but
yeah.
You know, you gotta sing something with how they say at the Apollo. You always gotta sing something with the Lord name in it, and then they're not gonna boo you.
Yeah.
So I probably did that. But I remember we did wind up singing it. The Gangster's Paradise wind up going a little bit better.
Of course, you knew that one.
Yeah. It wind up going downhill because at one point he had a lady friend. I hope I ain't. I don't know what his family situation.
No
yeah, but he had a lady friend in the studio, and she was like Russian or something. Like,
go ahead.
She was like Russian or something. Like, because I remember her name was kind of like Specialana or something. But she was like one of them like Coke bottle, like stacked type stuff. And I remember she was just sitting there the whole time, like just like looking at me and my friend. And finally, she was just like, how come I remember she just like interrupted Coolio and was like, how come I can't sing? You said I can't sing, but they can't sing either. So why can't I sing? So she gets up, comes where me and my friend are, she grabs one of our phones, I remember, because we were reading the lyrics off of our phone. She grabs one, like, let me see this. Grabs one of our phone, and she was just like, I can sing too. She was like, because all I see, she was like, so I see. So she looked at my friend, because my friend's like curvy. So she was like, I see all you need is a big booty or something like that. She was like, I see all you need is like a big booty or, something to be able to sing backup or something. So I remember my homegirl, she get offended, like, that's not why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a big booty. Like, right? So anyways, so she like take it from, so I remember, girl, she was just like regulating, like take it from the top.
Yeah.
So I remember Coolio was just like, man, oh my God. Because I think at that point, he had kind of got used to me and like my homegirl's voice.
Street, smoking and sipping on gin and juice.
So we do. So we do one. We go do one run through. I think it was a see when we get there. Oh my goodness! It was like an episode of I Love Lucy. She was literally sitting there like, "See you when I get there." So, but like her voice was all cracky. She wasn't like, English not her first language.
Yeah.
But she wasn't even like you don't know how to sing, but like put your singing voice on. So we all know when we're trying to sing like la 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 la, like you trying to put it on your la 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 voice.
Yeah.
Nah, like she was just sitting there like, see you when I like she was like a cigarette smoker and shit. Voice was horrible. She's screaming over everybody.
I'm gonna make a change.
Yeah. So like she just commandeered the whole rehearsal. God. So we somehow managed to like eke through. They kind of plan like, okay, this is what we gonna do. We're gonna do this song first. Y'all gonna come out, We probably gonna have the backing track. You know what I'm saying? Like LV, he was still coming in, kind of, how to like, put the stank on or whatever. The rest of the song. But at the end of the night, it kind of seemed like, okay, everybody cool. Like, showtime, y'all be at the Greek Theater at this time. Show up early for rehearsals. Have y'all hair done. Look right. So I thought everything was fine. And then the day of the show, get a text message from my homegirl, and she was like, "Hey, yo, unfortunately, Coolio, he not gonna perform with the choir. He just gonna perform with a backtrack." And she was like, "It's not y'all fault. It's because he don't want Svetlana to perform, and he was like, if y'all perform, then she gonna have to perform. So the only way that he could get her not to perform is to say like, y'all can't perform, So
it was her fault.
That's what I'm gonna tell myself, But I think, because I think we could have passed if they had the backtrack on. And LV sitting there singing it, and we just would have, did the little whatever. I think it would have been fine, but
she messed it up for everybody.
Yeah, and then so they wind up saying, but they were like, but you guys could come see like the show free. So, yep.
Yeah, that's a
man.
That's an amazing story.
That's my Coolio. And the thing is, it wasn't even that long ago. I wasn't even thinking to like get pictures. Like nobody was like, taking cell phone videos or nothing like that.
That's a good thing though, yeah.
So I'm like, I never got a picture with Coolio or anything.
It was work.
Yeah, it was work. But yeah, I just always have that memory. Like that's one of my like fun lifetime adventures.
What's so dope about that is because, I never met Coolio, but we all know his work. What he did with the Gangsta Paradise was incredible. What I mean? And he's a legend in his own right. You know what I'm saying? That was a big song. He's like the ODB type. You know what I'm saying? Like had the ill hairstyle, but that story. When you first told me that, I was crying. Yo, man. And Coolio, he told me, he said it was just like, okay, you must just be warming up.
He was like, he said something like, okay, I see you're not comfortable.
Yeah.
Right now, you gotta warm up.
Is my ears deceiving me? It's like you on a football field, you ready to go, your team, and some cat don't know how to really play. And he he's a wide receiver, you throw him the ball, he just let it hit him in the head. But he like, yo, you just playing a little games, right? You know what I mean? It's just like,
as long as you did your best though. But that girl came in and like messed it all up, because it sounds like if she didn't like try to like mess everything up, you probably would have been singing. Yeah,
because that's like standing next to her. I wasn't horrible, but it's like he wanted somebody to like bust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he thought like it was gonna be some girls in there who could like sing.
Yeah.
And I just wish my homegirl I remember like, at the end of it when we got in the car, I was like, "What happened? Why did you freeze up? Like, why didn't you jump in?" And she was like, "Well, he kept addressing you. He was talking to you." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you know how you the one who know how to sing." And I was like, "That's why your career probably ain't went how it's supposed to." Because if you was hungry enough, you gonna jump in there and be like, "Yo, I'm the one who can sing."
Yeah, it sounds like you did the right thing. You do your very best. You'd be surprised where it can take you. The fact that you got there at all was an experience for you, and that's an unforgettable story that you got to say to at least 3,000 people whoever watched this episode. That's cool. And that's an honor too that you even got to meet Coolio.
It was an honor, like literally just like you don't know a legend until like sometimes people just walk into the room and they just have a presence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he was still like Coolio, like yo, like, and he didn't even have that like he didn't have a bad attitude or nothing. But it was just like
it's time to get serious. The session players, because the bands, a lot of times these artists who hire bands, those are called session players.
Right.
And session players and session singers, they could play anything, anytime, anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're doing that? Cool. What key it's in? C sharp? Got you. And they just boom, and they just set up and go. So he's probably used to that type of session mentality and everything. So
I mean, he opened it up for Evelyn Champagne and all that type. You remember that song was very big. He was on there with Snoop, and he was just doing a whole.
The original Stevie Wonder version sold 2 million copies. Coolio's version sold 10 million.
Yeah, 10 million.
That
was back then.
Yeah, that was a big.
So that's like
by now it's
million.
like way more now, but back then,
yeah.
That song that played continuous. That Gangsta Paradise with Michelle Pfeiffer, that video, I just remember that was like on MTV
Big.
consistently.
Yeah, they were milking that one.
Yeah.
But also, don't forget, it got debuted in that movie. When you get your song in a movie, it's that much more bigger and it's way more royalties because it's published. So it's so much more of a success to get your song placed.
Man, that was yo.
I can't believe you got me to tell that story.
Yeah, I just played that song just to like show up some nostalgia and the type of track that brings us back to a certain timeline.
I literally told him that story like 2 days ago.
Oh wow.
Like,
yeah,
you know, something, I don't know why, but it popped up into my head.
That's crazy.
I was like, you know, I was backup singer.
I still play it as a break song at my club.
Oh, really?
Do you know what I mean? Because I have a little break songs where I can play like 1 minute of a track. So I always play nostalgic tracks in between girls, in between sets, so that, you know what I mean? I can switch it up. And then I'll always, every now and then, I'll play that track and everyone's like, oh, I remember this. You know what I'm saying? And then switch it up. So it's still a banger as a good break song.
Yeah, like that story go. I mean, that song go. What I said, that song, like, it's beautiful. Like, when you listen to it, it really is beautiful. Like, like, yeah, I just remember, like, it's just etching, like, hearing that song, hearing him perform it, like, and that's another thing is, like, literally, I got to see Coolio perform "Gangsta's Paradise" in person, like, up close and personal.
You still were acting professional.
Yeah.
You still handled it like a professional. And at that moment, he probably still considered you a professional. But that homegirl is what messed up the whole thing. So, you know what I mean? She was kind of a distraction in a good way, because at the end of the day, you going home looking like a professional still who just needed to warm up a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do with a celebrity, and Priest knows this, is to immediately go to the artist and ask for a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Or an autograph. That's the worst thing as a stranger. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I met G-Eazy, you know, we started talking first, chilling first, got to know him a little bit. I always name drop Priest. Do you know what I mean? He'd come back to the DJ booth. We'd be kicking it for a little bit. And then once I realized, okay, I've been talking to G-Eazy for 15 minutes. Now it's a good time for a picture. I'd be like, yo, can I get a picture real quick?
Yeah.
He's like, he was totally down for it because we've been talking for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But if you walk up as a stranger to an artist and say, yo, what's up? Can I get a pic? That's the worst thing you can do, because they don't know you like that. You know what I mean? And it's like they trying to enjoy themselves and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, it's always a toss up. Like, sometimes they're very like, yeah, of course. And then other times it's like, no, like, get away from me.
Yeah, it's strange. You can freak them out.
But, yeah.
We got a super chat from David Flores Animation. He says, peace to Priest, AD. Can you guys play Balance at some point tonight from the Abraxas 2 album? It's my favorite song on the album. Yeah. He said Balance.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, then. I'll put it in the queue. Right? Abraxas 2. He's spitting faxes too.
Shout out to Dave Flo.
Yeah.
Extraordinary.
David Flowers.
Oh, boss. Shout out to Dave Flores. You turned it orange. Oh, damn. Carnage. He turned it orange. That's get the devil's carnage. Ooh, feel haunted. Haunted.
Dangerous Minds.
I was looking at Terrence Trent D'Arby.
Oh, Terrence Trent D'Arby. Yes.
Yeah. Still rocking.
Yeah.
What was his song?
Wishing Well.
Yeah, Wishing Well. He had two songs, didn't he? He had Wishing Well, but then he had something else.
Yeah.
Something My Name.
Dude, it's crazy.
Terrence D'Arby. He had two songs that I like. It was Wishing Well, but then he had another one, right?
And Terrence's parents had real good parents.
Sign Your Name. Yeah, I love Sign Your Name.
Oh, yeah, Sign Your Name.
That one was very beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's right. That was his first one, right?
Yeah. Which one? I don't know which one.
This guy is retarded. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, not his you know that dancer that be doing all those nasty dances? Like,
getting jiggy with it?
Go ahead, AD, play the joint that I sent you. I mean, we went way off topic, but it was still good.
That was good. It was a good segue.
Yeah. I do believe indubitably. We didn't get none of it I wanted to talk about, but it's all good.
That's how it always works.
Remember, y'all, if y'all got music, submit it now, because we're not going to be up here all late and stuff like that, because we have a lot of good stuff coming for y'all in the future and very soon. You know what I'm saying?
You're talking about the song promotion.
Make sure y'all support. I'm talking about the song promotion. So if you got your music, cue it up. Go in early. Because we got to get out of here a little earlier. And we just cut the shows right now because, you know, a lot of stuff is happening right now in a good way.
It's the holidays.
The holidays, music make your mind lose control. Working on our music right now. There you go. Oh, DJ Just Jay, what up?
Music.
Yeah, man, you gotta hit him with something in the head. A little sneaky peeky.
Okay, what we showing?
What I sent you. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Listen, everybody remembers Neo. Everybody remembers Morpheus. But the realest line in the entire Matrix comes from a little bald kid in a robe, who I call Spoon Boy. He hands Neo a bent spoon and says the bar that almost nobody understands.
See,
whoa.
Always do that.
Do not try and bend the spoon. That's impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth.
Music too loud.
What truth?
There is no spoon.
Yeah, so I didn't really look at it.
Then you'll see that it is not the spoon that bends. It is only yourself.
It is you that must bend. That line, that's the whole universe in one sentence. Because in our reality, America, social media, politics, money, relationships, everybody is trying to bend the spoon. Everyone is trying to bend the world first. Fix my job, fix my relationship, fix my depression, fix the government, fix the algorithm, fix my circumstances so I can feel better. That's spoon bending. That's trying to manipulate the illusion while staying the same. But Spoon Boy was trying to tell you the code. See, the physical world is a projection of your internal settings. Matter follows mind. Reality follows frequency. The spoon is everything outside of you, and none of it is solid. This is why the government looks unstable. This is why society looks chaotic. And this is why relationships are starting to feel disconnected. The collective you is bending, so the illusion is glitching. But here's the secret. The world doesn't change first. You change first. And when you shift, your version of the world updates automatically. Your identity is the operating system. Your emotions are the electricity. Your mindset is the code, and your beliefs are the architect. You don't bend the spoon. You bend the self that's perceiving it. When Neo realizes he's the one, nothing in the Matrix changed. He changed. And because he changed, the Matrix responded. That's where we are right now as a planet. People are trying to fight the illusion instead of elevating the observer. Trying to fix the dream instead of waking up the dreamer. So here's the truth Spoon Boy was really saying. Stop wrestling the illusion. Start mastering the perceiver. Stop trying to bend the world and start bending the self. Because the moment you shift your frequency, your entire reality rearranges itself to match your new vibration. Spoon Boy wasn't talking about a spoon. He was talking about you. And if you understand that, you stop living in the Matrix and you start rewriting this code yourself.
Let's go. Do the knowledge.
How you react.
Radio. What you said?
It's how you react to things.
Come on. That's right.
It's not your action, it's your reaction.
Right. Cats running around like bozos, watching the movie but not looking. They're looking at the movie but not watching it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot more to it. That's right. Knowledge itself. It's not an inner vision. It's aligned. Come on. Wake up, craft room. Is that guy speaking AI real? I don't know.
No, he was real.
Yeah, he's real. I would think so. I know there was a reason why I sent you that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I don't have the time, so I watch a little bit of it, but I know it'll make great content. And we'd like to talk about the Matrix here. You know, I watched it so many times. That's one movie I don't watch anymore as much. I try to go back and a little bit to some movie. Shout out to Z, young Zayden also, grandson. That movie right there is called Coherence. That's about multidimensional movie. Bring back the history. The owning, only you can do it. Only you can prevent forest fires. More than money, more than guaranteed, no doubt. Exactly, man. Well, we want to keep it short. Yeah, let's get to the music.
You're actually right on time.
Yeah, music.
Thorn Promotions. You send in your music, we play it live on the show for Killah Priest and the world to hear.
Yeah. Time for the song promotion segment. Let's see what we got. Here we go. We've got a submission from an artist named Ceaseless. Ceaseless One from Long Beach. Got an MP3 here. It's a beat. And it's called Badlands Guardian Impression. Hold on a second. Stop. Go. Okay. All right. What'd you think about that?
I think I would. What's the name of the track? It was called Badlands.
Oh, that track is called Badlands Guardian Impression.
Oh, okay, Badlands. Yeah, immediately. I was thinking the moodiness of it or the feeling, like it matched the name of the track. So I kind of like that tonal feeling to it. It's a little bit dark, and then It's kind of pretty simple. Like, I don't know if that, what do you call that? Is that the drum pattern or the hi-hat or whatever that is, like just consistent. But I can see somebody like Priest rapping over it who has like a commanding voice because it's like the track isn't so overpowering. So it's like somebody who just like has, you know, just a very like commanding voice. Like they would be able to rap on this, you know, without the track kind of like overpowering them, you know?
Yeah.
I thought it was very straightforward, pretty solid.
That's cool. Priest, what you think about that? Priest said it was dope.
Sponsor the show.
Said shout out to the sponsor of the show. That's what's up. I liked it too. I think I would turn the bass drum up. I think it could use a little bit more of that boom. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's got like a bass drum going on, then he also has like an 808 type of thing going on. I would turn them both up a little bit. It would kind of bring more of that tribal sound happening. I can feel where my bass should be in my headphones. So I would turn that bass up. That's about the only adjustment I would make on that. I like the strings and everything. I like the eerie sound. I like the snare. I like the hi-hat. The choice of drums is cool. But I would definitely turn up. Yeah, Aurora says it too. Wow, what's up, Aurora? Yeah, definitely turn the kick up and that bass up a little bit. It'll make a big difference. Make sure your monitors or your headphones are cool so you can like check that out. And if you want someone else to mix your beat, you can always go to studioad.pro. First track is free. Mix and mastering for $100. Or if you just want your track mastered, you already like your mix, the mastering is only $50. So those are the best prices you're gonna find online. Okay, so shout out to Ceaseless One for that. Let's hit refresh, and that is it. That's all we got for submissions for today.
Nice.
Back to Priest in the studio kitchen.
Are we gonna play the request?
What request? Oh, we usually close the show with that.
Oh, with that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Balance. We're gonna end the show with Balance. Back to Mojito in the studio.
I think my allergies are getting a little bit for you. I always feel self-conscious because I'm always have my tissue when I'm on here and my.
It's better if he gets brushed. He just got brushed.
Yeah, I think my allergies are getting used to him, but I have really bad allergies.
So yeah, as long as I brush him, people don't get that many allergies. But if I neglect his brushing, he's got more dander.
Oh, okay.
But you can see his coat pretty nicely brushed right there.
He's like staring at me intently.
Yeah, he does that. 16 years old.
I don't know if I lock eyes with him, like it's gonna happen.
They're pretty smart. He's like a senior citizen, but he's seen a lot of things. And back in the day, Tony Tiger Style would blow blunt smoke in his face, respectfully, of course. No, so this cat has definitely been high a few times. Whoa! Almost knocked over the whole table. He's getting big. He walks around like a lion.
He does have that.
Yeah.
Like, this like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, we're approaching that beautiful spot. And looking at some of you, man, it was good. We had a great conversation today. And then we're going to get a little deeper. We always leave with some type of knowledge or, being on point in these days. Shift, change is coming and always be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't be ready for it, but that's why they give you previews. So previews get you set up for new movie. Trailers are coming. There's trailers and reality and life that we live in. So when things start to look like it's changing a little bit, Just got to prepare for it. Prepare for it. And it's going to be great. And it's going to be a long, long time.
Make that change.
Right. Make that change. Exactly. Yeah, I know who said that first, man. And make sure y'all go get the album and the Braxis too. T-shirts, books, and everything. You know what I'm saying? With that, we're gonna be up out of here, yo. Thanks once again, Code 17.
Thank you for having me. Always feel welcome. I come join the show.
That's beautiful. You know, he wanted to play balance, right? Is that balance?
That's balance.
Dave Flores.
On the limestone, a bird-headed feathered being holding a pine cone, holding another object looked like a pocketbook. There's many mysterious images on the rocks they put. Most of us are not familiar with the records of Gilgamesh, or the architects that erected the pyramids, or the star cadets that was mentioned mysterious. On your mark, get set. This all starts before Genesis. Primitive, prime mortal time portals. Traditions went from the mind to oral, to designer lines that's horror. From our tonsils to fonts used from tools. Now we build restaurants and schools. My jewels to the ignorance of the horrors that haunt you. My steps of breath are borrowed from Kung Fu. The readers are Tacitus to Caesars. There was a Jesus in Nazareth. Roman teachers in the Greece is Pythagoras. Walked on water and hundreds was fed with 5 loaves of bread. Turned water to wine and keg. Raised the dead Lazarus. They said the things he said was blasphemous. Joseph was hurt because his birth was immaculate. Adulterous, scary, occult. Holy Mary, miraculous. They both married the Catholics, then buried by savages. 6 carried their casket in carriages. The wheel of their wagon flip. On the hill of Damascus sits a man with holes in his feet, in his hands. His head crowned with thorns, with 7 sounds of horns that spread from the cloud he got on. His eyes was red like the dial on feds. His noble drew Ali. Psalms 23 in my head as I mobile through the valley. I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me on the Podcraft. Thou prepare us a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. The oil is energy, spinal fluid. To the cerebral that the mind is influence. A diamond needle or the eye of improvement. I'm divine with this music. I divide it into 2 clips so you don't get confused with a blueprint. The first is a Braxis Rebus Semi-Pleroma. It's a magnum thesis. Then I take over. It's distraction pieces. The gender is Jehovah. Devil's real when I build on the God sense in the garden. 6 neutrons, 6 hydrogen, 6 carbon. Merkable wheel, torsion fields of Darwin. Braxis, check the books of Carl Jung. I don't just come in the film, I come in the volume. They said I come from the realms, now I come in the album. They sung it in hymns from the temples on mountains. This is balance. I'm in and out, I'm in and out. I come from the ancient city of Ube, rocking 2 braids. Looking for the man with 2 pay. Gonna get slayed 2 days. Touche.